What's up, you guys? It's Brooke. It's March 21st, and I live in California, so we are on lockdown due to the coronavirus, and we are told to stay inside. So I thought, you know what? Perfect time to start making videos again. But I hope all of you guys are safe and well, and I hope everyone is taking this seriously and you are doing everything possible to keep yourself healthy, and I just wish the best for you. But other than that, I wanted to do a story time. I don't know why I'm smiling so much. It's not funny. Actually, it is funny. It's very funny. This is the story of the time I slashed my face open. I guess that's what you could say, because I guess that's what happened. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. I think it's just because, I don't know, it never came to mind like, oh, you should do a story time about this. It would be interesting. Let's go back a few months in October. It was exactly 5 months ago. It was on October 21st. I did cheer for my high school, as all of you guys know, since I post a lot of cheer vlogs and cheer videos. You should go check those out because I find them very entertaining. In cheerleading, you stunt. My position, I guess, is I am the secondary base. You know, I'm lifting the girls. I got my arm strength, I got the legs, because it's all about the legs, and I'm lifting some girls. During practice, and we were doing a skill which is called a 360 smush. I think that's what it's called. Some people call it different. I'll put a video here if you don't know what it is, but it's pretty much the two bases throw the flyer into the air. She spins around 360 degrees, and we catch her back down in a hang draw. For our stunt group during cheer, it was extremely hard. We could never get it. There was something different every time we did it. So everyone was having their own difficulties, and no matter how hard we tried, we could never get it. It was just so hard for us. Like, we could get a Liberty, but we couldn't get that. And we struggled with this pretty much our whole season, and it pissed us off. So one day during practice, our coach told us to do this, and when she said do it, we were looking at each other like, and we were just like, shoot, you know, we can't do this. She knows we can't do it, but, you know, we're gonna continue to try. So we kept on trying and trying and trying, and she told pretty much all the stunt groups to do it. And we had like a 5-minute warm up, and then she was like, okay, everyone, let's do it all together. So we were doing it all together. We were in place, right? Like, I'm in my position, ready to base, and I have her foot. I'm ready to throw her, and that's what happened. I threw her. I must have threw her pretty hard, if my face like broke open. But what happened was, I threw her up, and I saw her spinning, and I was ready to catch her foot, but for some reason, she came down so fast, and I think it's because she didn't bend her knees to get back into hang drill. So when you're just like kind of like a pencil, you come down faster. She came down so fast, and of course, our job is to protect our flyer always, no matter what. And that's what I had to do. I was like, she can't fall. I can't let that happen. So I stepped in to grab her. But when she came down, I remember this so, like, vividly. She came down so fast, she was spinning, and she got about 270 degrees. And then I stepped in to catch her, and her head just hit my head. And the second it hit, I felt the pain automatically, and I fell right to the ground. Like, it hurt so bad. I fell straight to the ground. And a lot of people didn't think much of it because I actually get hurt a lot during cheer. And it's just like minimal injuries, right? Like I'll get hit and then I'll go down and be like, I'm fine. Like, I just needed a second. So people were like, oh, it's fine. And apparently my flyer also went down to the ground, but she popped right up. So people were like, oh, she's fine. So Brooke must be fine.
I wasn't fine.
I kind of like let out a screech because I was crying, but then I told myself, I was like, wait, no, you're in front of people, don't cry. Don't. And then I was just like curled up on the floor on the mat. And then when I came back up and I opened my eyes, I felt all the blood just like gushing from my nose. So it was like this, and it was everywhere. Like it was flooding. Like I've never had like that bad of a nosebleed. And it was because her face hit like right here. So my nose started bleeding automatically, and it was just pouring out. I know this is disgusting. I'm sorry. And it was just all over my hand, and it started getting all over my legs, and it's on my cheer shoes. I still have a blood stain on my cheer shoes, and it was getting all over the mat. And I was like, shoot, well, I don't want to ruin their mats. So I was trying to like cover my face because I was trying to be a nice person and not ruin their mats with my blood. So I was covering, and then it was just gushing everywhere. And when I stood up and people saw the blood, they were like, oh shoot, this is bad. So people like started screaming and gasping. Gasping. That's a word. Yeah. Why does that sound so weird? So then the coach came over to me, and she was telling me what to do, like, you know, lean head back or lean head forward. She was just holding me, and then all these people started bringing me paper towels, but they aren't allowed to touch me just because, you know, something serious could have happened to like the rest of my body. So she was just like, don't touch her. So I'm just sitting on the floor, blood covered all over my body, and I'm just like this. And then my mascara was kind of like smeared because I like started crying, and I was just, you know, I kept holding my blood like this, and it was disgusting. So the rest of the team was told to like go to the corner and practice like their dance or whatever. But the two coaches had to call my mom, and the way they explained it to her was very poorly. It was very poor. I'm sorry.
Hi, is this Brooke's mom? Yeah, so Brooke has a minor injury. Her nose is bleeding. She has a small cut in the middle of her eyes. We just wanted to know if you can come down here. That would be great, just so you can decide what to do from here. But it's super minor, so just please come as soon as possible, though. Thank you.
So my house from my school is like not even a 5-minute drive. It's like a 3-minute drive. It's super close. And I knew my mom was at home. It took my mom 45 minutes to come here because she knows how often I get injured, and she always knows how minor it is. But because the way they explained it to her, she was like, oh, it's probably nothing. I'm going to take my sweet time to get over there because it's probably nothing. So while we're waiting for my mom, they have me clean up, and they have me just like go sit down and kind of just like continue to hold my nose. My coach told me, I think it's because she didn't want to freak me out, but she's like, oh, you have a small cut right in between your eyebrows. I was like, oh, okay. They're like, is your mom almost here? Because it took a really long time. My mom finally got there, and she just looked at me, and she was just like, because it's not what she expected whatsoever. Like, my nose was swollen, right here was swollen, and I was just covered in blood. They told my mom what happened and everything, and everyone thought I broke my nose. I thought I broke my nose too, because my nose was hurting so bad. It just like, oh, it hurt so bad. And I was like, shoot, my nose was the one thing I liked about myself. I do not want to go get a nose job. Everybody on my team was like, what the heck? She's so lucky if she gets a nose job. I wanted a nose job first. And it was really funny because they keep telling me that till this day. But I didn't break my nose. So my coach told my mom, she's like, I suggest you take her to the hospital because, you know, we don't know what happened, or like, you know, if something severe happened or whatever. So we left and we went to the hospital. I continued to cry because it was like, have you ever gotten hit or like a cut, and right where you get hurt, it's just pounding, like it's throbbing, and it's just so like swollen and it's pounding? That's exactly what it felt like, and it was in the middle of my face. So when we left, I got in my mom's car, and I looked, like I pulled down the mirror thingy, and I looked, and I'm like, that's not a small cut, because she told me, oh, it's just a small cut, and I think that's just because she didn't want to freak me out. It was not a small cut. I am warning you right now, I will put in pictures of the cut like up close. So I am warning you, if you don't want to see it, skip ahead by 10 seconds. But here it is. This is what it looked like. It was disgusting. But that's not a small cut. It's a few skin layers deep. So we went to the hospital and we got into the hospital. It was about 7:45 at night. It was a Monday night. And the doctor, they put a bandage over it, and then they had a surgeon come in because they're like, you're gonna need stitches. And I was like, I don't want stitches in the middle of my face. So I got stitches in the middle of my face, and they put like numbing whatever it is, so they had to like give me a shot right in my cut to numb it so they can give me stitches. And it was the worst thing ever because I had to close my eyes because he was stitching right here, so I would have been able to see it. And it was just, I didn't feel it, but I could feel like pinches when I was getting the stitches. We left the hospital, I want to say around 10 at night, and they told me I couldn't cheer for however long the stitches were in my face. And that was pretty much the rest of the season, since our cheer season ends at the beginning of November. So I couldn't cheer the rest of the season. And I still have a scar right here. I'll show you guys that in a second. So what happened was, apparently her chin came down and hit my my face, and the doctor said because of how hard the impact was, it just split open my skin. And yeah, you can just like imagine how hurtful that was. But my flyer felt terrible. So I had stitches in for about 2 or 2.5 weeks, and then I got them taken out, and then it was a scar. But my recovery process was brutal. I will put in the photos. I took a photo of myself every single day during my recovery process, and the first day after, it was just like, it was normal.
Day one, having a fucked up nose.
But it was fine. But I could tell as the day went on, my eye started kind of like swelling. And then the next day I woke up, which is this photo. My eye was freaking swollen shut. So I wore sunglasses to school because it was disgusting. And then I started getting black eyes. And then both of my eyes swelled up. And then both of my eyes got black. And I was just like, I'm wearing sunglasses to school. No one talked to me. No one bothered me. It's just ugly.
It's so ugly.
And then I finally got my stitches out. I thought getting stitches out would be a lot more painful, but it kind of just felt like getting your eyebrows plucked. So yeah, it was a little painful, but not really. So that's pretty much what happened. I'm back to stunting though. Everything's okay. I'm just so scared to get hit in the face again. Like, it creates like this PTSD type of thing where you're like afraid to do that thing again because you're afraid of what's gonna happen. So I will show you guys the scar. I'm sorry, I'm like breaking out. It's right there. So it went all along here. And what kind of sucks is it's gonna stay there like the rest of my life. I just have to put sunblock on and everything. But that is the story of the time I slashed my face open. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry if it was like gruesome and just gory and gross, but we gotta get real sometimes. So yeah, let me know if you guys liked story times, and I will be happy to do more because I like talking, as you can tell. So I will see you guys next time, and comment down below your worst injury. Maybe we have something in common. Bye.